Murder.
Huzzah! Okay, hello, welcome to session 41 of Weir
Whoa.
Adynn. God Almighty!
Woo.
Every week I surprise myself with how long this has been running for. Right, Dracera, my lovely note taker, would you like to give us a recap of what happened last session?
Yes, I fucking can.
Oh
And then she
boy!
dies.
Sorry, that was the breakfast I had.
Oh my god!
Every time that fucking kills me. Right. So, we have breakfast at Freywick in that lovely little dwarven house, and Heliodor starts mentioning the etiquette of the dwarves and how we should approach the city. And that is where he mentions that everyone in the city of Violet Gold has green eyes due to the fact that they have all made a deal with the lovely Lazarus. Lazarus is a fae, and he's sort of the arch fae of merchants and shit like that. And it's a thing called earning your eyes, basically, where you learn business in that community. Laz is respected in the city, and as Estella calls it, Estella pays monthly to Laz. All the other dwarves make one-off payments.
They're on subscription, it's fine.
Yeah, essentially. So the party start making their way back, and we come across our favourite person, the road wizard, called Rhodey. Heliodor and Rhodey are besties, apparently. And he gives us some tea in exchange for crossing over the bridge. Dracera convinces him that a plain sheet of paper is actually magical. And to activate it, you have to go underneath the full moon and say all your wishes into the sheet of paper, and it will come true. Whether that turns out to be complete bullshit and he figures it out, or he becomes a level 20 wizard through a placebo, we'll find out. We make...
I swear it's a god.
Let's hope we never go to that bridge again.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, man. So we all make camp, and Heliodor makes everyone tea, and that's where we find out Karik's letters to his family have not been received by his wife. And he gets a mystery package from his wife, which turns out to be a lovely little healing potion that she sent him. Karik takes first watch and it's pissing it down. Dracera and Thumb take second watch, where Dracera rolls like shit, and Thumb gets a nat 20.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't, because it was very embarrassing. Thumb sees a big creature and shows Dracera, and basically Dracera goes over to Karik, and it turns out to be a fucking full-grown wyvern. And by hiding, we basically evade the wyvern, and Thumb lays in the grass all evening, hiding.
Face down in the dirt all evening.
He's sprouty.
Yeah. What a legend. We make it back to Arda and speak to the administrator. And Chorus will be traveling with us as an off-world representative, and apparently he has some sort of past with Heliodor. And there is also a Druiar called Orin, who works on the council at the city of Violet Gold. And we need to get fancy clothes and shit. So we're gonna get we've got our fancy clothes. We look very slick.
Everyone's very dapper.
Yes, we look very sexy.
Before anyone points it out, no, I'm not making new VTubers for their slick new clothes, because dear god, these took long enough, okay?
Oh, but wait.
So Karik speaks to the administrator about his letters, and she suggests using a different coin. Then we speak to Mirus, and there's apparently problems in this city of Fortuna, which is basically a city on this thing called the World Warp, which is the hub of magic, sort of like the rings of Saturn, isn't it? Basically where all magic cool shit happens. And we need to get help from one of the 11 vampire clans called the Monastery, to get some intel. And I'm probably gonna have to go to my home, because my home is getting shafted right now. We go to the city, we get teleported outside the city, and we have to do our intros. I do a cool intro that wasn't what I didn't write that myself. We're going to ignore that and pretend I did. We walk in and see this really cool story about three dwarves I wrote down some stuff that is in very strange handwriting. I think I was dying. They
You were starting
yes.
to die by that point, so
Yes.
I don't blame you.
It was about they wake up and point to the sky and cry, and they offer golden gems to a magical orb. That is what I wrote down.
Close. Close. Not
Yeah.
quite, but close.
That is what it, and then we also see a wall of hundreds of crests that cover the main archway, and one of them resembles one that's probably Heliodor's or his family's. And we go into the city, which is this amazing, fantastical, cool as fuck city with a giant feminine figure in the middle, and it's a statue of the World Weaver. And those are my notes.
Hot shit.
Dope.
Thank you.
Yes. Welcome.
You forgot
to-
Among Us.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
The Among
also,
Us.
again-
You forgot there's an Among Us hiding in the city, and it looks pretty sus. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we needed.
There he is.
There he is. Also, just some appreciation to Toby for drawing all of this. Holy shit.
Yes.
This map gave me carpal tunnel.
And we're not
so mad
and
about it.
we deeply appreciate
If you
your
stay
hands.
here for a single session, I'm gonna obliterate you. You understand that, right? If you decide to
So
fuck
guys,
off,
I'm leaving.
I'm so mad. Right,
See
well,
ya.
welcome to the City of Violet Gold. You have just entered through the kind of grand archway into the mouth of the city. It's almost entirely underground, apart from a very, very large hole in the ceiling in the center. That underneath is a massive golden bowl sat in the center of what looks like almost like an arena. There is market that is in full swing. It seems very, very lively. Music playing distantly, and you're ready to do what you want, effectively.
Heliodor will kind of look at everyone and be like, okay, so first off, we need to go and see the Violet Matron, just to announce ourselves and kind of state of business. Hey, you'll need to come along, and then I'll probably show you to where you be staying, because there's a specific place you guys need to stay.
Sarah, like, her mouth is open, so she just kind of, like, nods.
Gawking.
Yeah, like, she's been in cities before. Well, towns before, but nothing like this, and she's kind of in a mix of wonderment and just anxiety.
All right. And I guess I'll be your guide. You might want to close your mouth. You'll catch some flies.
She lifts her jaw up and, like, manually puts them to normal.
Okay. Chorus. Off we go.
Chorus nods. He seems to understand the layout of the city quite well. Though from what you've heard, he has been here quite a few times before. And he walks alongside Heliodor as the five of you, including Mare and Thumb, begin to make your way into the city. As you can probably tell, the map is not to scale, so it is just a representation of where certain aspects of the city are. You begin to sort of walk down, and the first thing you are met with is this bustling marketplace. Almost everyone there is a dwarf, as kind of expected. So in terms of height, you all tend to sort of be around the right height, to not stand out too much, you know, other than the fact that you're not dwarves. Apart from Estella, who is getting to be significantly taller than the average dwarf.
Taller than the average dwarf.
Am I the tallest
you
here?
notice as you're walking through the marketplace that there are some people who kind of stop what they're doing to look at you, before noticing that the pack is being led by Heliodor. Heliodor, you're met with a lot of people waving and calling your name and trying to get your attention. Lots of
I'm
people
pretty sure
saying hi, effectively.
Heliodor will definitely be stopping, shaking hands, and having quick conversations with a bunch of people as we're going through. Like, oh, how you doing? Oh, so lot, happy days, and kind of moving through. But like, probably taking us at a bit of a slower pace to do the handshakes and hellos.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Terrible.
Oh God, 9.
Yeah, oh, shut up, Kareek. Alright.
You can't.
Okay, no, I know what yours is, but what's everyone else's?
13.
13. Okay, that's not quite high enough.
Damn.
So, Kareek, you notice that there are a lot of people kind of watching Chorus as you're slowly making your way through the market. Some of which sort of start talking amongst themselves. Quite a few of which seem almost unhappy to see him, as if like he's unwelcome here, but he was welcomed in. If he was unwelcome, surely they wouldn't have allowed him in. But he doesn't say anything, he just stays close to the group, and yeah, kind of keeps his head down.
We're talking smooth.
It's kind of like they walk past. Priest's gonna kind of like he'll nudge Dracera, maybe Estelar if they're close enough, and kind of just like give little points out of it. Not saying much, just kind of pointing out the kind of attention he's garnering compared to everyone else.
Dracera sort of turns her head slightly to Kareek and says, "Yeah, I did notice even before we went there was something strange going on, but I'm sure we'll find out."
I'm sure we will. At the same time, he was walking. Did anyone ever watch Edgeworld?
Yes.
Yes.
You remember Ed to the Future?
Yes.
You remember when Ed goes back, Ty gets always past Ed's, and it's just remember Edgar looking at the week. Like that's what Creek looks like part of the time.
He's just like dopey ass.
He's like, what the fuck? How the fuck?
Oh yeah, the city, this new.
Who's never even been to a fucking city before? He's been to a town.
Kareek,
No.
despite it being a city, because it's underground, there is an almost like a sense of comfort that you're not. It's not like an open sky.
It's not open to the elements sort of thing. It is kind of homely in the sense of same similar kind of way you would have loved.
You see quite a few people are like as Heliodor is stopping for chats and getting harassed by some of the market's people to show them their goods. There are a few people who are kind of trying to get your attention, who are kind of waving at you. They're kind of like smiling, giving a thumbs up. You seem very welcome here, which is strange because kind of not what you were expecting from a city.
Yeah, a lot of the places he went near, he wasn't entirely welcomed. So this is a bit of a difference. So he's kind of like giving like very awkward like single hand waves back, like hello. I'm not used to this many people, but okay.
Oh no, that's fine. Don't worry, everyone's lovely here.
He doesn't seem to be kidding. It seems like most people seem to be kind of getting your attention to try and buy their wares or yelling about what they've got on their stall. There's a variety of different products on sale. There's a mix of like baked goods to artisanal sort of metals and spices and all sorts of things that you wouldn't expect to be in an underground city. There's seems to be sort of people selling like ship parts that would be used on boats and things like that as well. It's a wide variety of crafts on sale. Chorus seems hesitant to stop. He does give sort of Estella, who I assume is closest to him, gives them a bit of a nudge and says, "We should probably hurry. They were expecting us, and I don't want to keep the council waiting."
Yeah, let's run.
Maybe not run, but okay. Um.
Oh, we moving on?
Oh dear God, the wind! Jesus, I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise of the wind. It is very windy here today.
Oh,
Rip
dear.
me. Okay.
Heliodor will look back to the woman he's talking to, be like, "Don't worry, darling. I'll come back and have a look at your teas later." Right, let's go then. Let's go.
You're gonna have to kind of pull Greek along, so he keeps getting distracted by the shiny things.
There are lots of shiny things. Wowee. you are like a pig in shit. There is so much to look at any given point.
I'll have you know, pigs are very hygienic.
I will move Chorus if you'd like to move your tokens in turn to follow, because I'm not moving all of you.
Wee. Wee.
Oh shit, I gotta scroll up.
Wee. Wee.
Fuck you, Among Us!
Well. Yep. Oh. My bear is so big.
Your bear is fucking massive. People have to part like the bloody Red Sea as you're walking through.
Actually, I'd say that's an average bear.
Wow. As you guys are walking through the city, as you start to kind of approach the large statue of the World Weaver across the cavern, standing this close to it now really puts its size into perspective. It is beautifully carved out of stone, built into the wall. The 6 hands each kind of representing different sort of aspects of the World Weaver's worship, and then the other 2 up at the front holding up the balcony of the council, high above the rest of the city. There is a kind of a secluded doorway down one side that's buried in the rock fascia, and it has a single guard stood outside. There is sort of gold gilding of metal and stone around the door. The guard himself is dressed quite similarly to the kind of aesthetic of the council building and the door itself. Gold kind of gilded armor, wearing red kind of tethers across his waist, with a long black beard, completely bald, bright green eyes, no moustache, just the beard, who kind of stands a little up straight as you guys begin to approach. Heliodor, that's your brother, Tanzanite.
Tanzanite.
Oh god, it's you.
Aye, it is. Good to see you too.
Tanzanite doesn't seem particularly like excited to see you, but you can like on the outside he's trying to pull like a straight face because he's on shift. You can tell he's more excited than he's letting on.
I'll be seeing you tonight, right?
Tonight, probably, but you know, I'm on duty as well, unlike someone.
Well, some of us are lucky.
What, you?
Aye. I got a whole new craft, don't you know? And
scoffs.
Heliodor will just give him the biggest, smuggest grin.
Shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, everyone, this is my brother, Sir Tanzanite Feldspar.
You brought guess.
I did. I know.
He seems, he kind of pulls a bit of a face before straightening up. He's got quite an intricate-looking polearm in one arm. He kind of stands up straight, kind of clicks his heels together, and he addresses the rest of the party. What's your business with the council?
I think Heliodor turns around and just mouths at them. Mouths at you. And also, with palms, says Harbringers.
Stop fucking helping them. I can see
Ah.
you.
Fuck off. Hell no.
Dracera kind of like steps forward, like her eyes are still averted because the green eye thing. She's still a bit like, bro, this is too many green eyes, bro.
We are representatives of Arda. We're here to talk about the problems with the Harbringers.
He kind of pouts and looks just past you at Chorus. And you're with him.
Yes. Is that an issue?
Heliodor kind of like coughs and does the like neck cut thing with his hand, like.
Dracera just looks at him like with no expression on her face, like, what?
You want me to kill him? Alright.
No. Brother, no.
No.
And
My brother.
I think Heliodor kind of like looks round at Tanzanite and goes, "You know why Chorus is here."
Hey, he's here every fucking year.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, they seem pretty busy right now.
That's nice. She'll make time for us.
Oh, you say that, and he kind of like scrunches up his nose a slight.
Well, we wouldn't want to intrude or anything.
No, we still need to actually come say hello and state our business. So, and Heliodor like wiggles eyebrows at Tanzanite, like, so.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh shit! I don't think I'm very good at these. Persuasion. Oh yeah, it's just a +1. Dice don't fail me now. Oh, okay, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of puts his hands on his hips. Hey, if Gam Gam starts getting on my ass about this, that's on you.
Aye, sure. Shift the blame. That's fine.
And he kind of takes a step to the side, taps the pole arm on the door, and it slides into the wall. So it kind of moves, like the rock fascia moves into the wall next to it. And the stairwell is just behind it.
Well, Chorus, after you.
Chorus looks very sheepish, kind of slowly taking a step forward. Tanzanite kind of grabs him by the sleeve and pulls him down a slight and mutters something to him. Karich and Estella, you can both hear what he says with your passives. It's like, don't go starting any shit like you did last year, eh? Chorus goes, no, I don't intend to. Seems uncomfortable, but he makes his way into the stairwell. Kind of looks behind him at the rest of you.
I think Heliodor gestures for the rest of them to go forwards, just before him.
Dracera's going to go in next as the prominent glowy one.
Ah, yes.
You see him kind of stand a little more upright and almost salute as you enter.
Dracera kind of nods in return, but it's kind of weirded out by it.
Estella? Karich? Thumb?
Grr.
Thumb's gonna go fucking barreling into the doorway.
Ah, slowly!
Barrel roll.
And I assume the stairwell is not big enough for Mare.
No, it is not.
Tanzanite, look after Mare for me. Mare, be good.
Oh god, it's that thing again, and Mare just kind of gives him a growl.
Good boy.
you begin to sort of wind up these intricate staircase. It is not as well decorated just in this stairwell as the rest of the city seems to be, but the stairs themselves have been carved out meticulously all the way up through the inside of the mountain. There are no windows. It is only lit with a sort of a glowing stone that is intermittently placed in the ceiling above you. It is quite cramped on your way up, but it seems to be kind of the guest's entrance for meeting with the council. As you make your way up, you're met with another couple of doors, in which has a couple more guards who are standing on patrol, it seems, who you don't recognize, Heliodor. They're not family, but they are people you've probably seen in passing. They tap on the door, and the door itself opens similarly to the one as you had entered. You are met with a large round room with a semicircular table that encircles a stunning patterned tile floor. The floor itself depicts Sif, the planet you are standing on, surrounded by Seller's Halo, the large ring that inhabits the sky, and circled by Adynn, the moon, in exquisite detail. A chair that can only be described as a throne stands at the centermost point, in line with the doorway, and the great glass doors that open out onto the balcony that overlooks the rest of the city. There are 6 seats either side of this central throne, each gilded in a variety of crests for the families they represent. And 7 pairs of eyes all immediately lay on the 6 of you as you walk into the room. At the head, like the large throne in the center, you're met with an older dwarven woman with grey hair, very thick dreadlocks, sort of darker skin tone, almost looks like she's just covered in mud, more so than that's her skin tone. She just looks kind of dirty, with a very kind of hefty looking metal pipe sitting from one lip. She is covered head to toe in golden jewellery, with a thick kind of fur collar and a red highlighting waistband that sits across her middle. She looks quite, for lack of a better term, dwarfed on the chair that she's sitting on. She sits aback a slight in the chair, and the green eyes meet you as a party. She kind of frowns a little. You're interrupting.
We are, Mother Matron. Apologies for our intrusion. I believe you've been expecting, Chorus here.
Chorus kind of takes a step forward. He seems to be struggling a little with the weight on his leg. He kind of hobbles a little bit. And she squints upon seeing him, kind of pulls up a pair of thick rimmed glasses and puts them on. Leans a little over the table. Right. I bet you're here for the same shit you pulled last year, eh? And Chorus immediately starts to kind of flush red. He shakes his head and says, I think our business can be spoken about another time. She seems adamant not to let it go. She shakes her head and goes, "Oh no, you should tell everyone why you're here. Chorus looks to the rest of the party, almost like this look of discomfort on his face.
Jusara looks at him and responds just, if you've caused an issue, Chorus, and you're with us, I think we need to know.
He kind of bites his lip a little. The general is looking for materials, matron. And she kind of takes a long, thick drag of her pipe. And this plume of black smoke rises from her lips. She kind of frowns. Materials for what? There's a beat. Chorus kind of looks down. Weapons? She goes, "Aye, there it is." Fine. Well, you're as welcome as everyone else. Just don't cause any shite. Maybe we'll sort something out. The rest of the council are sat watching him quite closely. I'll say because all of you are stood in the room. There are, in the other 6 seats, you see a stout kind of blonde man with a very large nose and metal-capped moustache, whose beard tucks into his belt. He's wearing an apron. And he seems to be maybe Heliodor's age, with a little sign on the front of the desk that's in front of him that states Mossack Merrybelt. Next to him is an elegant black-haired woman with a very neatly trimmed short beard, covered in thick curly plaits. She seems to be wearing clothes quite similar to Heliodor, and her title states Carnelian Feldspar. Sat directly next to the matron is a Druia with short, lichen-esque leaves and very bright gold eyes. Cracks that have manifested across their kind of waxy brown skin are gold and shining, as if they've been pulled apart and put back together with gold. Wearing simple green clothing, with their title Orange Rohild Feyborn Papermain.
What was that again?
I will write it down for you.
Thank you, babe.
There is, on the opposite side of the matron, a very, very small person, very wrinkled, with large goggles and a wiry beard. The goggles seem to magnify their eyes, so you've got these bright green globes staring at you. Like they have nails poking out of their beard in odd places. It almost looks as though he's put them there and forgotten about them. And their title is Bokarun Pebblefoot.
I love them.
A woman with a gilded patch over one eye that looks almost like it's made of porcelain, smoking an equally gilded pipe, with fiery red hair in a frizzy, uncontrolled mane, and a long plaited beard. She seems to be in almost like sailor's kit. She's got like the captain's coat with the frills and everything. And her title is Norfelda Aleblood. And last but not least, a hefty, muscle-bound man who is more beard than man, with a welding mask on the top of his bald head, whose title is Thamrot Asperius. And they all are watching Chorus very, very closely as he kind of takes a step back, giving the party some room to introduce themselves.
Heliodor will look at them expectantly, like,
Oh no.
Jusara steps forward with one like hand on her chest and a fist, and says, "Dracera, guardian blade of the Whisperfields, eye of the unconscious world." And then she looks at Heliodor like, "Is that right? Is that right?"
Heliodor does a little okay sign on his chest with like the fingers up, like yes, nice. There's a grin.
As Dracera introduces herself, the Juriar who is sat at the council table kind of sits up a little more in their seat, and they seem to be watching her very, very closely.
Dracera's like looking sort of at all of them, but she has kind of like the corner of her eye is just watching Orin like, oh my fucking god.
The matron kind of sits back, takes another puff. The Whisperfields, I ain't heard of that place.
It's a very distant land.
Clearly, we don't get people like you around here very often.
A lot of us never leave.
You can quietly hear Orin just go, yeah.
Oh.
She kind of waves her hand and gestures to Krieg.
He kind of takes a step forward and a pair of hands kind of like fumbling a little bit over his belly. I'm Krieg, World Seer of Shur.
You're a right nervous one, aren't you?
I'm not used to being around lots of people.
Lots of dwarves.
It's not about race, it's just I'm not usually about a lot of people.
You're right. For an antisocial one, you came to like the most social place.
I see the irony in it.
She kind of smirks, and it seems like the top row of her teeth are all gold.
They wouldn't be able to see the Krieg's eyes kind of caught by the shine for a second.
Oh, shame.
He's kind of thinking, that is kind of cool.
Gold teeth, hell yeah. Nice grills,
Got them
man.
done in Turkey, mate.
And by the time we leave this place, Krieg is going to have like all his teeth replaced with like gemstones.
Oh.
Nice.
He has
Hell yeah.
teeth.
Oh god, it got more terrifying.
God.
She kind of gestures Karik almost to step aside as Estella is brought forward. Thumb is holding Estella's hand, but will kind of let go if they know that they need to sign.
Thank you.
And before you can speak, the matron looks at Heliodor. Why on earth did you bring a child?
Good question. They're very useful, but
This child.
we are bad parents.
This child is in fact one of the most incredible fighters I've ever seen.
That's a lie.
Do you sign that?
Sure.
The matron bursts out laughing. She seems to think that it's very amusing that Heliodor's trying to pump up this kid, and this kid's like, nope, nah.
Well, is a very good fighter. And there is a reason that they're all here, which I will tell you once they've finished introducing themselves.
She's leaning forward, and she's like, you've got your eyes. That's interesting. Where'd you get those?
It's a shop.
Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, leather shop?
You're familiar with the merchant?
Yep. I apparently pay monthly.
She kind of tilts her head questioningly, like she doesn't quite know what that means.
Yep. Do you want to introduce yourself now? It's just Heliodor's got a little bit flushed. Just oops.
God damn it.
Okay, they're gonna sign and put subtitles because they don't know. Estella, Lord?
Oh,
You are cutting out, bud.
Why?
oh,
Oh no!
oh.
Estella Luna Lord, the silent bard favorite of the merchant.
I can tell you're favorite. She seems quite interested in you. Again, with this kind of shining row of golden teeth on display as she's smiling. And what about that thing? Your little mushroom thing. What is that?
I think Heliodor will kind of lean down to Thumb and go, "Go on, introduce yourself," and just kind of pat Thumb forwards a little bit.
Thumb takes it's kind of knocked off his feet a little as you pat him. So he kind of stumbles forward a little bit. And he just kind of stands still and then looks at Estella. It looks like he's nervous.
Oh,
It's okay. This is my little buddy. His name's Thumb.
He signs Thumb as you sign it.
Yeah.
And she grins, like ear to ear grins. It's alive.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He helps us with everything. He's very helpful.
Heliodor, is this one of your little creations?
oh, I wish. No, this is no one of mine.
He's a golem. He's also what I would call a Harbringer's bane.
Harbringer's Bane. Alright. What's a Harbinger?
That would also be part of the business why we wish to talk with the council. And I think Heliodor kind of like straightens his back a bit and clicks. I am not the expert on this here, and will kind of look to the party. Hence why I've brought along our guests. But there is a issue that concerns the city's security.
She puts up a finger.
Mm.
As if to silence you. You know, at any other time of year, I would have been fine with you just having a waltz into my room when I was in the middle of a meeting, right? Why the fuck should I pay attention to whatever you've got to say right now?
Because this lot saved me after having been captured for 2 weeks, tortured and forced to do things and mine things. Violet Matron.
Right,
Bam.
we are gonna do a skill challenge.
Oh shit!
So, I haven't run a skill challenge in this before, in this
Oh, God.
fashion, so this is gonna be fun.
What do I need to do?
All right,
Oh god!
so-
the pressure!
each of you are going to get a chance to give some kind of information to the council, whether or not it's you trying to convince them to listen to you, or to give them information that you think would be useful to them. You're allowed to use a certain skill based on one of your skills, like nature, persuasion, blah 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 blah, whatever, so long as it makes sense as to why you're using it. Each one of you can only use one skill once, so if one of your friends uses persuasion, you can't use persuasion as your skill.
Ooh, Christ.
You will have to get 2 successes over a specific DC in order for the skill challenge to go well. You can fail it if you get 2 failures before the end of the skill challenge.
Ugh.
If you
Okay,
fail it, they will kick you out. So you have you
Stella,
have
do a backflip.
time to pitch. You have time to pitch to the council and the High Matriarch, the Violet Matron, why the fuck they should listen to you when they were in the middle of something.
Okay. I have quite high persuasion.
Go for it.
I have not.
What's everyone's kind of, I guess, highest skill that could be used in this situation?
Mine is Arcana. I can wah about all of the magical things that they're doing, and recite a lot of the troubling magical issues I overheard and saw.
Bet.
I have a bit of history, which could help.
Okay, yeah, that could work. How's that high perception feeling now, boy?
I can tell them about how difficult a survivor is with a plus 8 survival.
You could use I mean, yeah.
You can talk about their movements, like where they've gone, where they've been.
How they're.
And using
I'd say
survival.
if you are trying to explain to them, sort of, the different places that they've been, and the kind of routes that they've taken, that would be history.
Damn.
Right. Okay.
How can we finagle survival?
I can roll on stealth and then try and just sneak out the room.
Just leave. Courage just leaves because he shits himself.
What's your religion?
Where is my religion? Oh, yeah. Mine's +4, but my Arcana's +8.
Oh shit! No, you could do Arcana.
Okay.
I've got +6 on history, so I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got +7 persuasion.
Solid.
Intimidate them. Look at them with your bug eyes.
Yeah.
Or
You can also.
if Creek could show his amulet.
Oh,
Ooh.
that could work. I mean,
Okay,
intimidation
good
doesn't
point.
necessarily have to be like "fuck you," but it can be, you know, to
Yeah.
concern them.
Look, this is scary.
Yeah.
This is kind of what this is what this is considered to be, and it seems like they have something like this now, which is a very not.
I will
Yeah.
allow you to show the key either for an Arcana or for an Intimidation.
Oof.
The one thing is Creek has neither of those.
Ah.
What about if Creek partnered with someone else? So it was like he shows the amulet and he shows.
You
That's
can
a fair
help
advantage.
someone else. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can give
bardic
Dracera
inspiration.
advantage.
Creek will give advantage by kind of showing his amulet and kind of describing they believe that the amulet he has is, and what they possibly have alongside what Dracera does.
Okay, so you have to get 2 successes. If you get 2 failures first, you will get kicked out.
Oof.
You only effectively now have 3 attempts because Akri is helping someone else.
Oof.
So,
Can we
see how
get
things
bardic
go.
inspiration or?
Depends
You wanna
how
cast in front of
Estella
them?
is going to give them inspiration.
Just
Thumbs up.
on.
Just a thumbs up.
This starts jerking.
Actually, you know what? I'll give you 4 attempts because Thumb's going to try as well.
Oh my god!
nobody.
What's Thumb gonna use? Can we
Thumb is
discuss?
going to do a performance because he can't talk, so he will act it
Oh,
out.
he's gonna do a recreation of what happened.
Oh,
Oh,
performance.
He has a +5 in performance.
Really?
Jesus.
learns from the best.
He has a plu- he has a-
boy.
because he can't talk. One of the only other ways he can communicate things is sign and movement. So he's got a very high medicine skill and a very high performance skill and a shit at everything else.
as Ursula says, and don't underestimate the power of body language.
Icon.
All right, we need a turn order. Who's going first?
Oh Christ. Go by the V tubes.
Okay, so Heliodora, Stella, Dracera, and Kuri. Kuri, who are you helping?
It was going to be Dracera with a persuasion.
Okay, so I'm just writing this down. Heliodor. I'll
Oh,
say
which dice
then
do I
that
use?
Stella, Thumb, because Thumb is with the Stella, Dracera, and Curry. All right. Okay. The council are waiting expectantly for a response.
Okay, off we go. Please, oh please, oh please. Oh, fuck yes! 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26!
26.
That's hot. That's
Right.
hot.
Pretty sexy!
So, this is an Arcana, right?
Yeah,
Would
basically spewing jargon about the arcane things that he saw, overheard, them talking about this thing in the palm of the Titan's hand, of the Great Automata, and just explaining these things and talking about how they cut through Adamantine. Yeah.
It seems with that role, you have the whole council watching you very closely. As you mention the automata, a few of them begin to talk amongst themselves very quietly. Considering the World Weaver's influence here in the city, it would be... It's almost like sacrilege talking about this sort of thing, but it is necessary for the information you're providing.
The Great Automata has been tampered with.
It seems to have definitely gotten their attention. That is one success. Estella.
Okay. Oh no.
So what were you doing again? Was it a history check?
History. 16.
Oh, hell yeah.
Doesn't make
22.
That is a failure.
What? What?
That is a failure. It's a DC 17. Oh, you've got +2. Okay, you're fine then. Yeah, you're okay. I didn't hear the +2.
Oh my
My God, don't do that.
Jesus.
I got 22.
Okay, I heard
22.
16 and I was like,
No.
no. Okay, 22. Yeah, all right, you're gravy. So Estella, what are you telling them?
Well, I'm gonna tell them basically what the party's been through and the history about the angels that we've been fighting and
Okay.
how they are kind of a part of this and how it's putting others in danger, such as people that we've been with, and how my dad's a part of it too, because that seems like an important thing, and he's not a dangerous person, but this guy is controlling him, and I don't want people to kill my dad.
Oof, lol. Okay. Okay, so as you explain the situation with the Harbringers, and the angels particularly to the people in the room around you, they are paying attention. It seems some more so than others. Some, especially the Druiar, seems to be watching you quite closely. Oren seems to have this unblinking gaze on you, and similarly to how Dracera doesn't really blink. They're just kind of watching you, hands clasped over the desk. If they could pull an expression, it seems like they would be, but they've just kind of got this blank look as they're looking at you. Though that seems to just be a Druiar thing.
Yep.
Just do your things.
For shits and giggles, I'm going to get the rest of us to roll. Despite the fact that you have completed the skill challenge. So, Thumb is going to roll. You are not going to fucking believe this.
Go on.
You're joking.
No.
It's a nat 20.
I'm going to die.
Oh,
Break it down, son.
fucking love Thumb.
It's a great dance of past experience.
Minor illusions is used to make like little sparks in a spotlight.
Thumb begins to reenact their experience with Forstos in the mines in Freywick. and he tries to kind of use his hands as much as he can. He tries to sign as much as he can, trying to get over the importance of the fact that people who are innocent are being dragged into this. Like laying down on the floor and pretending to be stabbed, like grasping at the air, as if he's like bleeding out. He's like very dramatically flinging himself around. It seems like a couple of them seem to be very enthralled by this little performance. So you hear a bit, like at one point as Thumb kind of throws himself onto the floor, one of them goes, they're all paying quite very tight attention to Thumb as he reenacts it, and he has to kind of sign as if he's sad because he can't make any facial expressions and whatnot. Kind of puts his hands together as if asking for help, and they start kind of mumbling between each other. Dracera and Karik, would you like to roll persuasion?
Give a little clap.
Okay, no, Dracera at advantage.
Yep. It's taking a long time. So that first one, 26.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ!
The second
Hell yeah.
one,
You all rolled over 20.
yeah, the second
Fuck
one's
yeah.
So 26.
26. Wow.
We got this in the bag.
What are you using to persuade them?
I'm going to mention how the fact that this threat isn't to anyone in particular, it's to everyone, regardless of their, where they live, their race, everything. This even concerns the Fae. And that if we don't act, the world as we know it will die, and there'll be no reconstruction or anything. That the threat awaiting us on the other side will destroy the world, and we all need to work together to face this threat.
Karik, are you
Politics,
showing them
baby.
the key?
Do it.
Karik will, as kind of Sarah comes to kind of a close on her, he'll pull out his amulet and explain that he isn't really meant to be showing people this, but because of the situation they're in, it's kind of called for. And he'll give a brief description saying the fact they believe that the amulets are kind of key to the Atom.
Key to what?
The key to unlocking the power of the Atom Titans.
Ooh.
Is
To
that
your
kind of-
knowledge, that's what you have been told.
Yeah.
Um,
And especially when in the situation where they got Heliod out of captivity,
Mm.
when they helped him, kind of caused a distraction for him to burst free of his own shackle. Because they seem that they might be in possession of these keys now, which is a very, very bad thing to happen, which would basically bring across the point that Dracera's bringing up of it. Yeah, if they get this, everything's fucked.
Heliodor, I think, as you say that, kind of like looks at the key and seems very interested. Because it's like a little locket, right?
It's more of an amulet than a lock.
An amulet,
And
okay.
it's
If you
about
look in-
palm-sized.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
if you look in, I think it's Wolfie's C chat. There's the picture of it in there.
Oh.
It's the one just above the music thing there.
Mm-mm. Oh, wow. Yeah. Heliodor is incredibly interested in that. Yeah, I think kind of looks and goes, huh. And we'll go back to a normal stance.
Precious. Precious.
Well done. You have successfully convinced the council to listen to you. Considering they are quite difficult people to please, and you all rolled over 20. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Look at you guys having good skills.
Look at me
The
avoiding actually using these.
DC for all of those checks was 17. Just so you know. So it was going to be difficult if you were running things that you were not that great at. So Karik, you made the right call.
Sorry, I need to piss.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If we're
'cause
going
I'm
on a piss break,
actually-
I also need to piss, so we're going to take a break.
Oh,
We'll be back
dope.
in 15 minutes or so. Just to let you guys kind of process shit, and also let me quickly write something, because I need to do that.
Oh,
Ooh,
amazing.
shit.
Okay, back in a bit.
See you in a minute.
Oh,
Munch it quick, go.
oh my god. Oh.
Munch,
Hi, we're back.
get it.
Drosera's eating dough balls, so she sounds like she's
Oh my
having
fucking god.
a
Who
time.
fucking- Oh.
If anyone thinks this stream is no longer PG, that's the only reason why.
This stream is
Mate, I
PG.
fucking love
I'm gonna get a I'm gonna get a mature content warning on YouTube now. God damn it.
Oh, I'm so content now.
Every
Carry on.
session I wonder whether or not I'll get banned from Twitch. Every session we get closer to it. So
Apples and garlic. It's
Oh god, I think I
fine.
need to burp. No, wait, no, it's fine.
I hate this crew, I do.
Oh.
It's on keyboard.
Right. Welcome back.
Sarah,
Welcome
right
back.
in the violet matron's face. What?
Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah,
Jesus.
carry on.
I live in agony.
Oh no, it's
okay.
okay. Wait, I'm gonna mute myself, sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys have just sat and explained the situation to the High Matriarch and the Amaranthine Council about the Harbringers and their influence. Each of you rolled over 20 and completely smashed the skill challenge. You're currently now sort of listening to them all mutter something between themselves. They seem to be kind of mulling over the information that you have given them. Before the matron puts a hand up and the room falls silent. She leans forward. So you think that these Harbringers are in the city?
There's a high probability that they are, yes.
Aye.
And how are we supposed to know that you're not part of it?
Heliodor kind of like frowns, like, Graham.
She kind
Come
of
on now.
gives you a look. I'm just trying to be cautious. If there's these sorts of things in my city, especially with strangers, no offense. She kind of waves a hand. I gotta be careful what I'm letting in and who I'm letting out.
A few days ago, we lost 3 of our party members to one of the angels. They disappeared right in front of our eyes. There is no probable way that we'd ever join a group like that.
Even so, I gotta keep my eyes on you. Just in case. I'm sure you understand.
We understand.
Violet matron.
What happened to Grandma?
Well, this feels like I need to be formal about this bit. Sorry. And Heliodor steps forwards, and a couple steps in will take a knee.
Sorry, give me.
No.
Gram swallows a drink down the windpipe and dies. Oh fuck.
Good.
I'm fine. Alright, okay, ignore that. Please continue.
Heliodor will step forwards and take a knee, and will say, for the duration of their stay, I will take them under my charge. Their crimes will be mine, and I take full responsibility for their actions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn right you will, because I'm not allowing this shit to spread any further than anywhere, eh?
Aye.
She kind of takes another drag, and she looks to Chorus. She points the pipe at him. And you. Who's to say that your general isn't working with these Harbringers if he's looking for weapons? Chorus doesn't say anything. Speak up, boy, I can't hear you. And Chorus kind of stiffens. He says, I couldn't tell you. I would hope that if he was making deals with these sorts of people, he would tell me. But I don't know. I'm gonna make a rubble.
Oh.
Wow, okay. She seems relatively satisfied with the answer, but she doesn't stop staring at him. I will allow anyone in the room, if they want to make an insight check.
-1, let's go.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I want to do it. No, I got -1 as well. Oh.
That's 12.
You can't
Fuck.
roll worse than the matron, she rolled a 1.
7.
7.
7.
12.
12. Looking at Chorus, he looks like he's avoiding eye contact.
Traitor!
He honestly, to what you can see, it looks like out of almost like fear of this woman because she is so confident in comparison to him, and he looks almost ashamed to be affiliated with someone that they would suspect to be working with this person.
Right.
He doesn't work with him anymore, does he?
No, he's still employed.
Doesn't look like he wants to be.
The
And
matron
yet-
stands. She kind of pushes the chair back. The chair doesn't look like it should be able to move, but it scrapes across the tiles as she stands up. And she stands
Oy.
on the chair, as if to get a bit of a height advantage over the rest of you. Despite standing on the chair, the back still towers over the top of her head. She puts her hands on her hips and grins, the pipe kind of hanging out of her mouth. Well, welcome, foreigners, to the Violet City. I'm Bismuth Feldspar, the Violet Matron, sometimes known as different names, but that tends to be my running title. And for the time being, for the duration of the tithe, you're welcome guests. But don't think I'm not keeping a fucking eye on you.
Got it.
I think at this point, Heliodor will take a deep bow. Thank you, Violet Matron, and apologies for the intrusion.
But bloody apologies for the gram as well.
Aye, sorry, Graham.
Damn right.
I'll give
And,
Graham a kiss.
And I think Heliodor will turn to one of the other council members, and say, "Hi, Mum. See you later. I'll see you later."
The woman
You
with the
see, as
black
he looks
kind of
to-
braids waves at Heliodor kind of very awkwardly. Like, she's not really meant to in this situation, but she's like, I'm excited to see my son.
It's actually hearing he was captured and tortured.
Yeah, that was not so great.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Right. And Heliodor turns to the group. Time to show you your accommodation. And we'll take another bow to the rest of the council members and kind of promptly start to shuffle away.
The doors slide back open as the guards outside reopen the gate for you to leave. Chorus follows your example and bows deeply before swiftly kind of turning around and making his way out. Thumb tries to bow, but the cap of his head kind of bumps against the floor, so he just kind of falls over.
Give him a bow and then just help them up.
The bow is to help Thumb up.
Yes.
Are you all just leaving?
Drosera bows, but takes a look at Orin, just quickly before turning away and following.
He looks at me.
Rico will give a bow and kind of like awkwardly leave with them.
Just a second while I type something out.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Oh.
Well, Gram is my great grandmother. But great grandmother is a bit of a mouthful. So I just say Gram. Most of us do.
Oh, how long do you dwarves live for?
Well, usually 150, maybe 200 years. However, Gram is a bit of a special case. I think she's about 400.
Old lady.
Longest living dwarf I know of, other than Lazarus.
I see.
Thumb
But yes.
signs to Estella. Laz isn't a dwarf.
He isn't. He is a huge man.
And Thumb just nods. Like, yes, I got that right.
I think
We
when
see him as
we-
an elf, don't we?
Yeah.
It's for us. He's like an elven figure, isn't he?
Do you say that out loud?
No, this is out of character.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
usually you every time you've seen him, he has presented himself as an Eladrin.
Oh.
Once we're kind of out of earshot of like the guards and the just out of the chamber in general, Creek kind of mentioned that to Heliodor. It's just when we see Liz, he is normally of I'm not sure what kind, but normally some form of elven descent.
I think you've been saying the wrong Laz then.
Creek just kind of looks at the others, and it like straight at Estella.
Well, Fae can take many different forms.
Well, if he was a fae, pretty sure. Well, as far as we're aware, well, as far as I'm aware, it's a dwarf who's got a lot of fae-like power. I can show you some carvings of him.
Drosera kind of just stops and looks at him like dead ass.
Dead ass.
I can show you the carvings of him.
Wait, so you all believe that he is a dwarf with some sort of Fae-like powers?
Aye.
He's not a dwarf.
Okay.
He's a Fae.
A lot of my history would disagree with you.
And a lot of my history would disagree with you, Heliodor.
Can we see the carvings?
Aye, follow me.
Are you going to go back to the carvings at the front of the?
Oh,
Yeah,
back there.
Okay.
yeah, Heliodor.
So
Carvings.
once more, we will move
Oh.
down the map back to where we were originally.
Ding, ding, diddle, diddle, ding, ding, ding.
Oh god!
Oh, wait for me! Ah! Oh my god. There we go.
There you go.
And Heliodor, as we arrive to the front, Heliodor will point out a probably rather large carving of three dwarven figures. One of them has a pair of distinctive round glasses on.
There's 3 of him?
No,
Wait, this what?
no, that one, and points to the one with round glasses, is
Oh.
the merchant Lazarus,
Well,
and the others are the founders of the city.
was definitely wearing those glasses. We've seen him. Is not what he looks like now.
Yeah, you see a dwarf with the same, I believe, the same tattoos.
Yep.
Is
So
it tattoos?
the tattoos that are on his, I believe, his right arm, are exactly the same as they are on his elven form. Though this is just like effectively just a very compact looking Lazarus.
Travel size.
Lazarus
travel
light.
size Laz, yeah.
Right-sized.
He's still quite hefty. He's still got the kind of the long hair that's tied up in a big frizzy kind of ponytail. And this time he's got quite a thick, magnificent looking beard. But the
Ooh.
glasses are very prominent.
Well, could I ask, is one of carving made?
When was this
From a-
carving?
How long ago was it from it was meant to be depicted?
DM.
So,
My stone cunning.
your stone cunning.
Yeah, how long ago was this carving made?
This
And-
carving was made maybe about a century after the reconstruction.
Oh, so it's
So it is a good 1,000 odd, maybe years old.
this is a good 1,000-year-old carving depicting the creation of the city, which was probably which was before the reconstruction. Just after the reconstruction. So it depicts probably about 1,050 years ago, roughly, something like that.
I mean, they can not really change how. Sure,
Huh?
it's just for.
You keep cutting out, Jack.
Oh, do it. Okay. He's basically just saying, it might just be the fact it was from that long ago. That's how he showed back then.
I mean, I saw him about 60 years ago, and that's what he looked like.
Well, Fae can easily change between shapes.
Do I know much about Fae, DM?
Not necessarily, no.
Meh.
You have an understanding of Fae magic based on what you've seen of Laz, because you know he's said to the matron that he is similar to a Fae, but doesn't quite consider himself a Fae. So he is. You don't really understand other than that, like,
Yeah.
this is his domain, in that his influence here has changed the color of the stone, and that he is so ingrained in your society that he is kind of just respected.
I think Heliodor will probably just relay that. Just be like, that's Laz.
Can I do a divine sense to kind of feel whether this counts as a realm or like Fae influence?
Yeah, I think you could probably use your divine sense for that, considering initially, before I homebrewed it, it was used for sensing Fae. Actually, no, I homebrewed it so you could sense Fae. Yes, yeah, you can use your divine sense, so you ping that out, and rather than like getting a clear feeling, you just see green.
Is this similar to the feeling I would get if I did that back in the Whisperfield?
Yes.
I was right.
I'm pretty sure Lazarus's shop is somewhere around here. I'm not sure where though. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to find.
It is just a
It
door.
moves.
You do realise this. I mean, this is his realm, essentially.
A merchant. I can imagine why someone like Lazarus would have merchants here.
And this is more than merchants.
Hmm?
This is the same feeling I get in my home, but instead of my patron's power, his entire magic basically consumes this entire city.
Oh, well. He does do a lot for us, so I can see why.
Dracera's like is sort of rubbing her hands together a bit uncomfortably. She's used to her own realm, but being in another phase realm that is not her own feels kind of uncomfortable. Especially as Laz and Dullan do not have probably the best relationship in the world.
Yeah. You asked for the spelling, by the way. I'll just put that in your whispers.
Dankeschön.
Well, on that bombshell.
Source, your
What did
history is
you
fake.
do?
Well, that's a little bit of food for thought. Who wants to go see where you're staying for their time here?
Yeah, that would be quite chilly.
It's very beautiful. It's looked after by one of my brothers. And you see Heliodor kind of winces a little bit with a smile, like, eh.
Oh, the poor dude, man. You're giving him flack already.
Come along with me. Oh, and once we drop off your things, we can take a look down at the market if you like.
Yes.
Alright. So,
Nice.
We want
Follow
to see-
me. And we begin to wander. Whee!
right.
Oh, thumb!
Oh,
Little guy.
I got it.
Oh,
No!
Okay,
Could've moved
so
him.
as you guys begin to kind of walk across the city, you come to a section of the inside of the cavern that is a little more segregated from everything else. There is a streaming waterfall in the far kind of wall that is surrounded by houses that seem to be built out of the mountainside, sort of built into the stone, and there's a variety of unnaturally green spaces here. Considering you're underground, it doesn't seem like there should be any kind of greenery in this place at all. But you see very healthy looking grass and trees and bushes that are all very neatly trimmed. And as you kind of pull into this area, you can see a dwarven man with long kind of gingery red hair that's tied back very, very straight, but it's got like twigs and leaves sticking out of it. And a beard that's a bit scraggly, with quite simple looking kind of brown robes almost. He doesn't seem to wear what most of the other dwarves that you've seen around wear. He seems a bit more what you'd assume to be on the arcane side of things with the kind of kit that he's wearing, and completely barefoot. And he seems to be trying to get something that is caught in the branches of the nearby tree, by using a stick to try and kind of poke it out. But he's got kind of his tongue stuck out and these big glasses sat on his face, and he's just kind of squinting and trying to poke it off. He doesn't seem to see you approaching.
Does this guy need help?
I was gonna ask
Pretty
you would
good.
help getting something out of the tree. Excuse me, sir. Do you need help?
He jumps as soon as you say anything, it seems to freak him out, especially with Heliodor coughing exaggeratingly loudly. He drops the stick, and whatever was in the tree seems to fall out of the tree. It seems to be kind of like a small box, and it kind of clatters upon hitting the floor. He kind of looks round at you before relaxing somewhat. Oh, hey, Heliodor, I wasn't expecting to see you. Oh, golly, that's a lot of people.
Hi, Oak.
He kind of
Everybody, please let me introduce Oak Feldspar, keeper of the gardens of the Violet City.
kind of puts up a hand very awkwardly. Hello.
Hello.
I assume you're wanting to. They need somewhere to stay.
Aye, they need
right.
they need a place to stay.
Okay, alright. I'll go and prep something. Do you mind just kind of staying here? Don't worry, the trees don't bite. I fed them today.
Delightful. Thank you, Oak.
And this little very nervous looking dwarf kind of puddles off into one of the kind of gaps in the stone and starts prepping your rooms for you.
God, I did not offer to plant tree now.
What? You want to plant a tree?
No, he said he's glad he didn't actually climb the tree now to help him. Said,
No,
the trees don't bite, I've already fed them today.
There's some old horror stories.
I don't like anything to do with that. Thanks.
Does the tree have an ass?
Roll me a perception check.
No,
Oh my
Oh
god!
no.
Oh
No,
no,
is this
no,
the
not
moment?
again.
is this really?
Well, that's a nat 20.
Oh,
Oh my god!
You
No.
you kind of scour around the base of the tree. It does not seem to have an ass.
then it's not my mum.
Wow.
Well, not very little one, it is none of your relatives.
No.
Out of character.
Oh. Yeah.
It doesn't take very long for Oak to come piddling back through the hole in the wall that he had escaped through. He kind of clasps his hands in front of himself. You notice as he walks on the grass, flowers sprout under his feet. I've put together a couple of rooms. How many rooms was it again?
You're looking for 4, 5.
5. Alright, I put.
Oh no, 4.
Uh,
Because I'm gonna be staying at the manor.
Oh, aye, right. And the little one. He's pointing at Thumb.
He's with me.
Okay. Okay. And he's kind of he seems a bit dozy. As if he's not quite with it. He's like, okay, I'll be right back. I only put together one. And he starts heading back into the hole.
I think Heliodor kind of pinches the bridge of his nose. It's like, oh
I like him.
no, I do love him, but
Stop being mean
Dude.
to Oak. He's soft. Okay.
I'm a brother. I'm allowed to be mean.
You're mean to your poor soft druid brother. Again, it takes a little bit of time before he.
Oh, is there? Oh well, while he's doing that, I
Mm.
think Heliodor will probably take a seat on a bench and just kind of look around and be like, "So, are you guys looking for anything in particular while you're here? Maybe market-wise, we have the best craftspeople in the entire planet."
I'd be intrigued to see what they sell.
Well, I'd always be inclined to promote the feldspar jewelry.
I'm not really one for jewelry, unless it does something cool.
Shiny.
Pretty sure we can find just.
Good input, brother.
Is,
I'm pretty sure we can find something that can do something. What was that, Estella?
is the box still on the ground?
Yep.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. You find this kind of like it's maybe like 5 or 6 inches wide box. Just simple looking wooden box.
Can I open it because curiosity kills the cat?
But satisfaction brought it back.
You pop it open, and inside it seems like there's a wand.
Okay, I'm taking it back to Heliodor.
Oh,
Is this your brother's?
I take a look. A box. It's a box with a wand in it.
Yeah, the wand looks closer to just a stick with a bunch of flowers on it, but it is certainly something you've seen him walking around with before.
Oh, aye. This is his. Can't remember what it does though. Bear with me, and we'll just spend a minute or so looking it over and casting magic. So like begins to draw in the air these kind of green, these light green symbols that surround it and kind of begin to spin around it, and his eyes themselves kind of like flash green after the minute. And he goes, and as he casts Identify.
It is in your whispers.
Oh, aye. Right. So this wand, lets him ask the plants what they need, and they can tell him what they need.
Chorus kind of frowns. They don't talk.
Aye, but with this they
no
do.
offense, Drusera.
Well, they do talk.
But with this they do.
Wait, they talk?
Yes,
With-
of course they can.
She like looks at him as if like this is a
talking
commonly known fact that plants talk. Like, how could you have missed the memo?
And I think Heliodor puts it back in the box, closes it, and hands it back to Estella. Aye, it is my brother's.
Plants talk.
There are many things in this world that can talk.
I'd
It
like
could
to
be
know what they
argued
say.
that stone can talk.
Oh,
So, the stone talks too?
Aye, if you read it right.
question: do they feel pain?
Do stones feel pain?
Yeah,
Or plants?
both.
Plants feel pain.
Aye. I'm not sure about stone. I'd say probably not. I think it's too stoic for that.
Hey!
Stony, am I right?
God damn it.
But
They're
I
all
hate my
stone-
life.
They're all stone cold Steve Austins.
Ah.
fuck's sake. Drusera turns to Chorus, and sort of talks at a lower voice, but so everyone can still hear her. She just asks, "So what happened last year?"
Mhm.
My general asked me to speak with the council about getting materials for some prototypes that he's been working on. Some of which are not particularly nice.
You see that again.
And the council refused. Understandably so. When I told the general, he, to my knowledge, sent a very strongly worded letter to the matron. They're not exactly on good terms.
What were these items?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okie dokie.
I think Heliodor has crossed arms and is watching intently with like
13.
a smile.
It's classified.
Drosera turns to look at Heliodor expectantly, like, well, if he's not going to tell me.
Do I know?
No, you were never told in detail what these weapons were.
Afraid I'm also in the dark as well. But I know for you to be refused in such a manner, it must have been something disgusting.
Chorus kind of holds his head down a little bit. He seems like he's not proud of that, but the fact that he is here as an envoy of the general, despite it, and yet again asking for the same thing, despite how it went last year, he seems a bit ashamed about it. At that point, Oak comes bumbling back out of the hole in the wall. Okay, I have four rooms. If you'd like to follow me. And he kind of gestures for the party to follow him.
Okay,
Heliodor will follow?
What was that,
Yep.
Stella?
I want to give back the box.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I kind of lost that for like 3 days, but it's because I fell asleep in the tree and then I just kind of forgot it was there.
It
Trees are
happens.
comfortables, yeah.
Hey. And he seems very kind of sleepy almost. He just looks tired. Takes you through a kind of a series of quite winding passageways through the stone, and each of you are given a very sort of regal looking room. It is quite dark in each room. They are kind of lit by lantern light, and the windows that open up into the cavern allow the kind of pour of green into the room. Very kind of well-tended rooms, each having an accent of some kind of greenery. It seems to be thriving, despite the fact that there is very little natural sources for that to be drawing from in order to grow. But you are each given your rooms, and Thumb kind of throws himself onto the bed. It's the first time you've had like a bed like this in quite some time. You've been mostly sleeping on bedrolls as you've been travelling around, and the Arda beds are quite low to the floor. This is the first bed you slept in that has a frame.
Ooh, think like my bed at home.
But you have somewhere now to kind of store your bits and bobs if that's what you want to do.
Neat.
Meat.
Lee.
Chorus says that he will meet you a little bit later, but he is going to write up some bits and bobs first. So he kind of retires to his room. What are the rest of you doing now that you've been assigned your sleeping quarters?
I say Craig probably wanders back outside and just kind of sits down and starts sketching things from inside the city.
I think Heliodor's probably outside with Curry. Like, has been waiting outside. Just because, you know, he's not going to be sleeping here, so just kind of waiting.
Karik, out of curiosity, have you put the key back underneath your shirt?
Yes.
Okay.
He hasn't been wearing it openly after you showed them how you put it back.
Yeah, you put it back
So
on.
it's hidden.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Sarah's gonna cast see invisibility.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a second. Fuck.
Oh boy, I do love my random spell slots, darling.
Yeah, baby, that's what we're waiting for.
God, I hate you. So, where are you currently?
I'm in my room,
You're in
and
your
I'm also
room.
wearing the amulet of proof against detection and location.
So you're looking around the room. You can't see anything in your room.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wander about. I think it lasts like an hour or something.
It does,
doesn't
yeah. It's an hour.
I'm
fucking
gonna
do.
wander around to each person's room.
Okay. With them in it, because Karik and Heliodor are outside. Where is Estella?
Just
They
saying,
were-
he'd been indoors originally. He was outside after like 5 months or something.
Okay. Estella, are you still in your room?
Yes.
Okay. Thumb is also in the room with you.
Mhm.
Dracera just suddenly just opens the door, and is just standing in your doorway.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi.
Mom, I threw up.
Like arms out and straight, like not T-posing, but in between, like diagonals.
But like A posing.
Yeah.
Watching some jump on the bed. They're like, oh, hey.
Dracera, there is a small white orb just above Thumb.
Above Thumb?
Yeah.
Is it the same orb that is it like a seeing orb, like a scrying orb?
It's the same you've seen before. It seems to be following Thumb.
Oh.
That's kind of cute.
That's not cute!
Good
thing it can't fucking see me. Oh. So it's like basically hovering above him and wherever he moves.
Yes.
Ooh.
Gets the shin stabbing
Ooh.
action.
Ooh. Just Sarah's gonna. Ooh. Why is it on Thumb?
Oh, it's got to follow
Oh,
Thumb.
I think. Oh,
it might
wait.
be
No,
because
it might be. It might be Estella's dad trying to follow Thumb because Thumb is close to Estella.
Hmm.
Just Sarah's gonna.
Also,
What do I do with Thumb now?
put Thumb in a bag.
Put him in the bag of holding. He doesn't need to breathe.
Don't you dare.
Does he not actually need to breathe?
No, he doesn't need to breathe.
Don't, he's gonna get lost.
No, the bagman's gonna eat him.
Bagman.
No, not the fucking bag.
No, I'm pretty sure Thumb could fend off the bagman. Not gonna lie.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Bane of the
With those nat
Harbingers.
20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Just Sarah's gonna say to Estella, do you still have that magical jar thing?
I do, yes.
Can you put Thumb in it?
Thumb stops
Yes.
bouncing on the bed and is now staring at Dracera.
Oh no.
You fucky what, mate?
Yeah, you wanna fucking go. Square go, mate, yeah? Come Birmingham, yeah? Come, sorry.
Yes. Why?
Is the cat still in there?
Yup.
They are, yes.
I think
Oh.
I think the cat might need some company.
Laz got it.
How about some Thumb company?
Thumpany.
We can ask him.
Thumb, would you like to go play with a cat?
Thumb just stares at you.
Oof.
I'm going to take that as a solid yes.
Thumb looks at Estella.
Confused as well.
You are very quiet.
I'm confused as well.
I'm just testing something.
Thumb
I-
signs something to Estella.
Okay.
So to Estella, you read, "But I have to protect you."
That's true. I mean, I'm doing the same for you. Should I go with him?
As long as you can come out.
We can come out.
Okay, just as long as you bring Thumb with you, and you come out straight away. I just need to test something.
I can bring Thumb out, right?
Yeah, you can
yeah.
bring Thumb with you.
Okay, yeah.
And Thumb can leave with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Let's go on an adventure.
You're gonna pop open the bottle.
Yep.
And in a flash, Estella and Thumb are gone. The bottle kind of lands on the floor with a little tink, and the orb is gone.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Meanwhile, we're having a party.
Thumb
An
is
underground
chasing the
rave.
cat John around the inside of the
Yo,
space.
John, what's up? Yo.
John. Is
It
he
seems
getting,
like
he's
every
getting
ti-
fed, isn't he?
Every time you go in there seems to be something new there for John.
Cute.
It seems like
What's
someone
new?
is taking care of him.
Yeah.
At the moment, it seems like now he's been given like a proper litter box.
Yeah. This is your room.
John just seems happy to have company.
Yes, give him lots of snuggles.
Just
wait, I have to leave.
Yeah, just I was waiting on the outside, looking at the bottle, like, interesting revelation.
Alright, okay.
Ah,
See you,
the child
John.
is dead.
And,
You pop him back out.
yeah, with Thumb, yep.
Oh god.
The two of you suddenly reappear on the bed, next to the bottle. The orb is gone.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. What?
Ah.
That was fun.
What? What? Dracera just like shakes her head and like rubs her eyes for a second, just stares at Thumb.
You can roll me an
Before looking-
Arcana, Dracera.
Yes.
Magic.
Oh, could we have cracked this, boys, or have I made it worse?
It is now with John.
I got a 13.
It seems like it was dispelled.
Oh, they probably knew I was fucking sussing them out. Sneaky bastards. Dracera looks at Estella finally and says, sorry, I saw the scrying orb above Thumb. Whoever's watching us has probably attached it to him, but it's been dispelled now.
Could it be his mom?
It could be, or it could be.
Is Sadia capable of that?
Dunno.
No, I don't think she is. She's a druid. I say that as if I know all the D&D
That's a
classes. That was
meta.
complete
That's a
bullshit.
meta.
Yeah,
Meta
no. Yeah, no. I say that as well, not knowing anything about druids.
Knowing jack shit about druids.
Yeah, I said that so confidently.
You want to go hang out
that
with
was-
a druid?
that was
Go
out of
hang out with an
character.
oak.
Yeah, that was out of character, by the way, as well.
I figured.
Yes, she is a druid of the class of this, and I know everything about it on a character sheet. I think it could be if your father saw that you had Thumb, then maybe he's using him as maybe some sort of anchor to see what you're doing.
Would that be my dad, or would it be the other guy?
Either or, both of them probably saw Thumb.
Okay.
But it seems like putting in the bottle and taking out has either dispelled it, or whoever cast the spell knew that I was watching.
I mean, you were staring. I mean, you don't really blink. But, yeah.
Yes, but I'm also wearing an amulet that should make me invisible to these sorts of things.
That is true. So, would it just look like I'm just talking to no one?
Yeah, probably.
That probably looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sucks.
Okay, I don't know how we could find that out.
Well, maybe next time if I see the orb, if any of us has any sort of arcana or anything like that, maybe we could figure out a way to trace it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's beyond my understanding.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a paladin. I only have limited arcana.
I have arcana. Should I help?
I don't know. Also, bards can't change their spells, which is something I also know out of character. That is something to think about. For me, noted down. Right.
Dracera makes a motion to Estella of them. Maybe we should join the others and see maybe something that the merchants have that could help us.
Yeah. Okay. I like the oak guy.
Yes, he's interesting.
Plant boy.
Plant man. Very
Fellow
awkward
plant
high
boy.
plant man.
I like
He
him.
make flower.
Make flower go bloom.
What is
flower.
Heliodor and Karuk doing?
Drawn.
Just
So-
drawing, just relaxing.
Yeah, just taking a break from all the fakes.
I think Heliodor will be sat near Karuk, and then kind of partway through, just through the silence, we'll just kind of. So that key.
You just see the pencil stop. He's still looking at the paper, but you can feel like he's looking. You can feel him looking at you.
One of the other eyes is looking at you.
Just.
Like when a dog gives you like the side eye.
The saucy eyes.
Can I inspect it? Perchance.
It would be best not right now.
Okay. I'm intrigued by it. And I don't know. Maybe I'll
Do it. I mean, what?
I want to know more about it, and I think I can find out. Unless of course you already know.
You feel the eyes leave you, and you get can either way see if anyone's around, and it kind of back to you, and it's like it would, if that is the case, it better do it in private.
Karuk, as
Huh?
you're talking, check your whispers.
Oh,
Creek's head just like, you know when you get that slight spasm, like a shiver's going up your spine.
Mm.
So it's like the head shoots up, kind of looking around like, what?
You're right.
What?
What? You okay?
Second thought, I think I'm going to go to bed for a little bit. And he quickly gathers up his thing without saying anything. He kind of just goes inside.
Wait, does that mean I can come with you? What? Oh,
Just
Are you following him, or are you staying where you are?
I'll follow and kind of be like, wait, what?
He's kind of he's walking quite fast.
I think.
He's only got short
I'm
legs.
not. I'm small and stocky. Hold on. I'm small and stocky. And yeah, I think
I'm
Heliodor.
stouter than I look.
Heliodor will follow. Till he gets there and be like, "Are you? Alright. Oh, I need some water."
Creeko, if you fold him into the room, you'll kind of look, like hesitant on his water skins.
Thank you. Sorry, was I meant to follow you? I don't know what is supposed to happen.
Good. I have full a couple, please.
You have two somethings? What?
Could I get a couple of minutes, please?
Alone?
Keo.
Okay. Just Heliodor just kind of like takes deep swig of the water skin, puts it down on a side table and steps outside. I'll be just down the corridor and closes the door.
Craig, check your whispers.
Oh, I'm still looking at them.
Okay.
seen it.
Drink iced coffee. Panic
Can
attack.
he just like is there just like completely still, looking down at his chest, like, okay, oh, can you hear me?
You don't get a response.
He reaches up to his shirt, around the amulet on his shirt, clutching it fairly tightly.
You're what, sorry? You cut out.
He's kind of. So I think my mic's decided to go even more directional than.
Love that.
He's kind of like grasped the amulet through his shirt, and he's kind of clutching it quite tightly. KO. That's kind of just all his response at the minute.
It keeps repeating it.
He's just going to stand there, kind of a bit bewildered and a bit confused, cautious, like everything at once.
Roll me a charisma save, please.
Oh boy.
Shit. I think I am not reason. That is a 9.
A 9.
9.
The voice gets louder. It keeps
He's gonna
repeating the same thing over and over. You start to feel a compulsion to hold it.
He's gonna, like, the hand clutcher is gonna like tighten, and he's gonna kind of like march right out the room. And he's gonna look around for where Drusera and Estella are.
Heliodor, where are you? Are you outside?
I'm probably like maybe 5 feet up the corridor, just waiting.
You see him just barge out of the room.
Oh, hey.
You can't. He doesn't really have expressions on his face.
Mm.
All you just see is like the standard blank, but you get the kind of aura of like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck.
Craig, are you okay? And Heliodor will come up to you.
As you walk up to, he's walking like right past you towards like to look in the others' rooms. To see if they're there.
You find Estella and Drusera in Estella's room.
Closely following, just.
Yeah, Heliodor right behind him.
Yeah, he comes through the door quite. He's not like shoulder barging it open or anything, but is very fast in how he kind of opens the door. And he's just like looking between Estella and the Drusera, just like. It's like almost a slight hint of terror as he's like clutching something like through his shirt.
Karik, are you okay?
He kind of flips his head round and sees stood there. Kind of pretty much almost like pulls him inside and kind of like dips the heat out, looks either way, and then closes the door behind him, coming up closer and kind of lowering his voice. It's talking to me.
What's talking to you?
He kind of looks down at his like where the hand is like clutching around the amulet.
The amulet's talking to you?
Gil, it's getting very loud.
What's it saying?
Don't let me go.
It's saying don't let me go.
Gil.
Jasera's gonna go over it and try and take off the locket.
His hand is like, it's not moving from, like, it seems like he can let go.
Can I? Ooh.
Is this normal for this thing?
No, this is the first time it's happened.
Okay, and Heliodor just kind of, maybe just kind of.
You would still be able to identify it while he's wearing it, if
Yeah.
he allowed you to.
I can still give it a look if you let me. I could just stick my fingers on it while you're wearing it. Doesn't have to come off. Just
You kind of like undo the top of his shirt to like kind of show it through, and it's like, it seems like he just cannot let go of it even through the shirt. Like his hands are just like tensed, like not a death grip, but like a very strong grasp around it.
Heliodor will step forwards. Dracera!
Yes?
I don't know, this seems concerning. Could you just be kind of, I don't know, ready in case, I don't know, this does something? And Heliodor will kind of...
Before he can touch it, he kind of like yelps, and he kind of like drops down onto the floor, like a bit on his knees, kind of just clutching this thing, just kind of one hand on the side of his head, just staring at the floor, just like almost like in the middle of a panic attack, I would say at this point.
Okay, this might... Estella, are you good at comforting?
I can make him sleep.
You can try
Sure.
and put him to sleep if you want to try that. You have to roll over his hit point maximum,
Oh, great. Thanks, Krieg.
which you may
I would have a trance state, which could help.
you could, if he willingly fails that, he will be put to sleep.
Would Krieg be able to willingly do that at the minute?
I will make you roll for it.
Okay.
Oh.
Dracera, do you want to try and put Karik to sleep?
I mean, you
A
could
normal
double
sleep
tap.
spell or a trance one.
The spell, I don't believe you'd be able to roll high enough with the dice that you have available.
Okay, I'll put him in a trance.
Okay.
Bow, wow, 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 wow.
Whilst I quickly get your sheet up just so I can see the details of that spell, because it's an ability as your paladin, isn't it?
Damn. He's go, ha, sleep.
Go to sleep. Well, it takes a few rounds, but because this is a willing participant, you can just put them to sleep. So this is trance state. As your action, you present your amulet and choose one creature within 60 feet you can hear to make a charisma save. On a failed save, the creature is pacified and does not have intention to hurt you. Trance creature cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is the vision of their dreams. It must continue to make charisma saves. On a success, nothing happens. On 3 failures, they go to sleep.
But could willingly go to sleep. Okay.
But can willingly be put to sleep. It will take like 30 seconds, and he is going to have to roll.
Okay.
Because whether he's willing or not, the amulet isn't.
Okay.
And you said it's charisma saves.
Yes, charisma saves.
Oh, well, look if he is, I want mine.
Right, so you're going up against her spell save DC, which is 15, so you need lower than 15.
Let's see. Well, first roll's an 18.
Damn.
That's a 17.
Fuck.
The trance does not work.
Oh. Okay.
I'll try putting him to sleep.
Nice.
That takes
A lot
over
of
the hit
dice.
point maximum.
I don't believe you have the dice on that in order to do it, so it's 5d8. 5d8 is not going to be enough, because you can max roll a 40, and his HP is over 40. So unless you hurt him, you're not going to be able to make it.
Someone knock him out.
What's your whiz? Whiz save.
+2.
I do have command.
In fact, no, it would have been even worse because being near an owl, being near you, I would have got a +2 on the charisma save anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So that would have been a 19.
Oh, damn.
You can attempt to command him. What would you command him, though?
Let go.
Yeah, you could do that. Do you want to try?
Wait, if I can take steps back from him, it's got a range of 60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
So if I do a command and be at least 10 feet away from him, he won't get the +3.
If you stand on the far side of the room and cast it,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you had to be 60 feet away from him. Like, this room is not that big.
No. You can stand
Yeah, I
on the
just have to
far
be
side of the
10
room
feet,
and he will be
yeah,
out of
away
your
from-
range, but you will still be able to
Yeah.
cast a spell on him.
Yeah.
Alright, Korea, make a whiz save, please.
Please fucking fail.
Fail.
Well, that's a natural 4.
Natural 4.
So that's a 6 in total.
Yes.
Nice.
You are commanding him to let go.
Let go of the amulet.
And he dies.
Karik,
Let go.
you are in, like a sort of a spark of blue magic shrieks into you from Dracera as she commands you to let go, and your hand immediately unlatches from around the amulet, and the voices stop.
As soon as that happens, Heliodor's hand goes onto it and just begins casting Identify.
Are you touching the amulet?
As per the spell, I have to touch the item to be able to
Oh,
cast.
fuck's sake.
So cast.
How long does it take? Is it a minute?
It is a minute if I'm using the spell. I'm not doing the 10-minute version. I don't want to touch this thing for very long.
Check your whispers.
Oh, bollocks. No, why did you do this to me? No.
No.
Holy shit. As
Yeah.
Heliodor is casting, Heliodor just goes, "Oh, shite on a bike, that's awful," and like he like kind of seems to be like trying to draw faster, like please.
So over the course of a minute, you hear that repeatedly.
Oh,
Just this distorted voice. It sounds like multiple people, all yelling the same 4 words over and over and over again, desperately. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Constantly. It is overwhelming. And within a minute, this is the information you glean.
hate it. Oh my god. Okay. Page not found.
Okay, well I'll take a fucking screenshot of it then.
Thank
We
you.
see it's not a magic item at all.
Oh yeah, just in Heliodor's brain is error 404.
No, it's 4 angry. It's all stuck.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. Meanwhile, yeah, while Heliodor
that's
is casting,
happening?
while I'm reading, yeah.
What's happening?
Are you trying to comfort Karik in any way, the poor fuck? Thumb is just gonna sit next to Karik and take one of his hands and just hold it.
You said I was gonna be kneeling down, just sort of like rubbing his back, like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I had to do that.
So even in the middle of the creature salad, it's like he's trembling. Like if he could sweat, he would be like drunk. You know, like I'd say beforehand he was hyperventilating, but since kind of like the voices have stopped, it's kind of like his breath is starting to calm. But it's still very quick, like deep in. See, was that cutting out?
No.
Oh, just listening.
No.
Okay.
What do you see, Heliodor?
Heliodor releases his hand
Make me a charisma
and oh shit,
Oh,
Oh.
bollocks. Where is my stat block? It's up here. There it is. Right, charisma save. You say?
save. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14.
That's not gonna do it.
Oh balls!
You are compelled to continue to hold it. It's almost like the voice
While it's round his neck.
While it's round his neck, you are still holding onto the base of the amulet in your palm. It seems desperate, and you can't ignore it.
This is this is ancient. This is incredible and horrible all at once. It belonged to the Herald, Titan of the Living. Oh God, they're so fucking loud. It can make life. It can bring your wants into the living. Whatever you want, it'll do it. Oh, it can only be. Oh no. I mean, it can only be powered by souls. Oh, is that who you are? And Heliodor is just kind of like brows furrowed, and you can hear him like struggling to listen to anything else.
Drosera's going to do the same thing again, where she has to take a distance and tries to command him to let go.
Okay. Make another. Is it wisdom save? Wisdom save?
Yep.
Heliodor, make a wisdom save.
Ah, good. I'm bad at those.
Excellent.
But I got a nat 20.
Kill yourself! Kill yourself! Honestly!
I'm gonna get banned on Twitch, you shithead.
It does come. If it helps, it comes to a 19.
Oh, excellent! Yeah.
The longer you hold it, the more the voices sound like people.
Oh.
Okay.
Drosera's going to try and rip his arms away. Not
Okay.
off, but like his
Away.
hands off of the thing. Without
I
touching it.
need you to make an opposed athletics, please.
Oh.
Yes.
Am I trained in that?
Okay.
Oh, I am. Oh, seriously? Why would you do that? It teetered on 9 and then dropped to 19.
Yeah, I got a 9.
19 plus 4.
His
23.
the muscles in his arms are so tense you can't even imagine budgeting them. They are not moving. He is like glued to this item.
Can I try and let go again? Because these voices are loud and I don't like them.
I can charm him.
You can
Ooh.
give it a go.
Spaffy
Yes.
spells on me, go on. Wow.
Is charm
Make a wisdom.
It's a
do I
whiz
need-
save.
With save.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use that dice anymore because it keeps doing too well.
You were like, oh, I'm gonna
Uh,
roll on my bad dice at the beginning.
Yes!
It's
Yes,
an
it's plus
advantage.
charisma. Wait, plus what? I have
It
it,
does-
as advantage.
If your companions are fighting it.
Oh, yeah.
You are not fighting Heliodor.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if he was.
Well, I mean, I got 8. Do I need to roll again?
No?
No.
14.
Oh, dope.
So,
I failed.
Estella, you attempt to cast this enchantment on Heliodor. It has no effect.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Good.
I just.
Hang on,
oh.
hang on. Wait.
For reference, Heliodor, check the notes at the bottom of the screenshot I sent you.
Oh.
You're already
okay.
considered charmed.
Shit. Okay.
Oh wait, you can break a charm by slapping.
You're just
Slap
gonna
him.
slap him.
I'm gonna slap him.
Slap him
All right,
hard.
make me an unarmed. You got to meet his AC.
Because it's
Okay.
technically.
I'm not wearing my armor. I'm wearing my fancy clothes, so my AC is lower.
Yeah,
13.
That probably hits.
that I believe that hits without your
Yep.
armor on.
Yes.
Roll me damage.
Roll. Oh, I thought it was just a strength.
Sorry, I have to do it.
Oh,
But no, if
fucking
it's an
hell,
unarmed
then.
strike, it's just your stand.
Oh
It's
yeah,
three,
no, it's
yeah.
just 3. Okay, so you
Ow.
slap him hard across the face, and Heliodor, your hands unlock from around the amulet, and you let go.
Yep. I immediately I think let's go and leans back like oh.
Heliodor, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you. And I think Heliodor is kind of like scoots backwards and is like back against the bed, like sitting on the floor, just staring at it. Like, why are you keeping that round your neck?
Karik, as it kind of taps back against your chest as it falls
Ah,
out of his hands,
fuck.
it was glowing quite brightly, the same white that you've seen it glow before when you've worn it, and it just fades and dulls, and you stop hearing anything. It seems to have settled.
Grease just kind of he leans forward like a couple, just like deep breaths. Still kind of trembling as he's like almost holding the floor.
You're okay.
Oh.
My turn.
Go
I want to
down.
touch it.
I want to turn on the trauma.
Oh.
In fact,
Oh, that
isn't
was a-
Greek actually charmed right now? Or some form of it from command.
You no, it was a single one-off. So
Yeah.
command is like you can't. You have to do it within an action. So your action is to let go, and that you've done
Right.
that.
Okay.
Heliodor.
What's happened?
Heliodor stands up. It is amazing. It can create illusions that you can touch, hear, smell, taste, and they're real, as if they're alive. If you think of a person or will a person enough, it'll do it. It's definitely by the host. It's powered by the will of your soul. I don't know what that does to you, but it can't be good. It's immense, and anything you try and cast to see if the it's amazing and terrifying.
If you want to read out the specifics of it, you are perfectly welcome to.
I can read out the thing, just the thing.
Yeah, all of it if you want.
Okay. A key of mythological acclaim, this item is considered by many to be nothing more than a fairy tale. It once belonged to Herald, Titan of the Living, when their duty was to bring the first creatures to life at the call of the gods who demanded them, including the sequestered before they were banished to Adynn. Oh, Adynn.
Adynn, that's it.
Adynn, nice. The key is capable of bringing the desires of those around them to life if worn by someone whose will is strong enough to an extent of its magic. Now it is detached from its mother body. It can only be powered by this will of the soul, and is not permanent. If removed from its power source for too long, the semi-real illusions it created with its host will dissipate and no longer exist. The illusions created by this item can be touched, heard, smelt, tasted, and seen clearly as if they were real and alive. The presence of them does not show up in magics that detect life, or any senses used for detecting life, as they are not classified as living creatures. They respond and react appropriately to situations based on how the host would expect them to respond, and are capable of performing basic tasks when not directly in the presence of the host. There is no distance barrier for the effects of this spell, but its effectiveness lessens outside of a 3-mile radius. Past this radius, the illusions will become mostly static, only performing basic tasks if the host requires it, such as writing correspondence. The effect is similar to the illusory effect created by Calamun's Circlet of Greater Deception, as it was Herald's part that came to create it. As this is an artifact untampered with straight from Herald itself, its effect is far more potent than simply illusions. The host is considered cursed for the duration of its attunement. This effect can be removed with the Remove Curse spell. Notes: charmed by being in the direct presence of a willing host for a minimum of 50 hours.
Last part again?
Notes: you are charmed by being in direct presence of a willing host for a minimum of 50 hours. 50.
So that is how you attune to the item. By being in the direct presence of someone who is willing, will then attune the item to that person within 50 hours.
Craig has been wearing that for years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Craig is now Frodo.
Correct.
Ah. Oh, Frodo, no. Frodo, no.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on a fucking second. I can get the anti-curse shit. In case you are attuned to it. I think I can.
Remove
But it
curse
depends
is
whether you've
within
been-
your repertoire.
Huh?
It is within your repertoire. You can learn it at some point.
Yeah. How do we know that he... Would it be something that our characters could know? If he's attuned to it or not?
Given that he's been wearing it for so fucking long,
Yes.
you'd
Okay.
assume.
Okay.
But does that mean you should technically take up one of my attunement slots then?
I was not
Well,
willing
you
to
can
give
tell
this
the
to
note,
you until it had been identified. So yes,
That's a mood. Yeah.
Right.
I will put it in your inventory, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got remove curse.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the curse remains, but the spell breaks its own as attunement. So on the next
Question: would it? Can multiple people attune to this item?
No, one person.
Wouldn't it tend to be better to leave Creek with the attunement then?
Well, if
Even if
you
we get
take it
party-
off,
That's a willing.
yeah, if you take it off and then we remove curse on it and then don't put it on anyone else or keep it away from people, it shouldn't attune itself.
That's the problem. If it's an item that would be sought after by by kind of like or who else, it would be better to keep it attuned to Creek because it makes it.
It will make it a lot
Kinda
harder
useless.
for them to attune to it quickly.
However, it does mean that you might be a target of assassination.
He already has been.
Well,
You've got
doubly
a fucking
so.
ring bearer.
Oh no.
It's in your inventory now, Karik, and you are attuned to
Oh
it.
my god. Oh no.
Well, that was delightful. I hate that thing.
I hate that, TM.
It's
That is a you problem. That
feels like it's more of a you problem.
So with that information, the fuck are we gonna do with it?
And on that bombshell, we're back to the studio.
Who wants to go shopping?
Each episode.
Can I get some mac and cheese, please?
Yes, yes, you deserve mac and cheese.
That is, in
Is there
fact,
any-
a very good stall.
Is there any like water or anything in the rooms?
Yeah, there's like a bathroom kind of section for you to
Okay,
bathe
just-
and whatnot.
Sarah's just gonna go and get some water for Karik because man looks traumatized.
He's got like 2 water skins on still.
Okay.
But
Just don't
That's
forget
a
fresh
Heliodor, though.
water.
not yet. Fresh water might be better for him now, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, she goes and gets him some water and just hands it to him.
Just fucking chugs it.
And we've just had this thing this entire time that we've been on this journey.
I have had a assistant has looked at it. Me, she pulled up together and everything. This has never happened before.
But she never said anything about what it can do.
All she said is that it is she believes it to be a key.
Huh.
You know, there's another bigger problem of they already have one.
Well, they don't have this one.
That is why I was concerned after you say that seemed what they got away with after the big hand.
Wait, if that was the Titan of magic, maybe that's what that key does. It weaves magic in a greater sense.
It
Oh my.
might be.
Well, if it's anything like this key, it being away from the mother body is going to weaken it significantly.
Well, I'd hope so. I mean, if this is heralds and that was potentially augurs, there might be just one other key, which is belongs to the Titan of Envoy, which would give power to people who created land masses, plants, anything non-sentient. But this one seems pretty powerful, if you ask me.
Would be a good idea if we were to go where I find this.
Where did you find it?
I know it's the annoying part is for Greek's side of things, the fact that he was just out scavenging, looking around for shit when he found it. So I don't know if he would entirely know like
He
the
doesn't know
exact
the specific location, no. Because
Yeah.
you don't live in the same place where you found it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too far from where you lived.
Hmm.
It was far enough that you had to go looking.
Yeah.
But you never had a reason to return to that place after that.
The place I find when I first come to Arda was imagine a place that look a bit like Arda. Very old. Ruined, broken walls, broken ceilings, broken. Trees growing through the mess of rock. I can't remember specifics, but I remember I found it on. There was palindrome pedestal.
On the pedestal.
It looked like it was once on a pedestal.
Oh.
It was glass, broken glass around, and this was lying on. When I first picked it up, it lit up in my hand, and it would be. It was so beautiful. So I brought it back as a gift for Dati.
Huh.
And ever since it's been. Anytime I've left home, especially for longer durations, she would put it around my neck as a good charm.
I wouldn't call it lucky, but
I mean, it has never happened before.
aye. So why now?
Probably because you wanted to investigate it.
Well, no, that.
Well, no, that couldn't have been because I have given it to assistant before. Even administrator, I think, is had looked at it. I think he'd never done anything like that before.
Or maybe it's because maybe the Harbringers are already using theirs.
Mercury kind of looks between Heliodor and Estella and kind of looks at their eyes.
Hmm.
Unless it is something to do with Laz.
Hmm.
Or that little orb above Thumb.
Interesting theory.
Little orb above.
Little orb above thumb.
Thumb points up.
Yes, I checked to see if anyone was watching us, and someone was using Thumb, I think, as some sort of anchor to watch us. But it's
Drosera,
dissipated once. Oh,
make a perception check.
Yes, you have power.
-1, baby.
Go on, we believe.
Sweats, cries, throws up. 14.
It's back.
Oh, you fucker.
So as you're talking about it, you look at Thumb and you can just see it kind of like, it's almost like rested on top of Thumb's cap.
Well, at least I didn't hear me saying that because I got my fucking amulet on. in the midway of her talking, she just stops and looks at Thumb. And just stares.
Thumb is staring back at you.
Why are you having a staring contest?
Drosera looks up at Estella, like, wide-eyed. There's a sign of, like, it's fucking bad.
Oh. Shush.
Shush.
Shush!
Well, you don't know how long it's been there for. Your passive perception's too low.
Yeah, you're right. So it probably heard everything.
Okay.
Maybe we should go shopping. And everything that we said was fake.
But that's
Subtle.
not hypothetical, right?
Entirely.
Thumb, could you do something? Could you just, could you get me another cup, please?
Thumb stands up and looks at Estella as if like, can I?
Yeah, you can.
And he goes waddling off to try and find a cup. He has no idea where they are, so he just kind of goes out into the hallway and starts wandering away.
Oh, lordy.
And the orb follows him. It seems to be tethered to him.
the orb is back on him. They are definitely using Thumb as an anchor to watch us.
Who, what?
There's been someone's been using scrying to watch over our activities for a while now.
For
And
a
I think
while?
Since we were back in the forest from where Estella is, how long ago would that be? A few weeks?
Yeah, it was a few weeks now.
Yeah. Well, as
Ooh.
far as I'm aware, it's been at least a few weeks, but probably even before then.
Oh, that's a little bit grim. Okay.
But what I'm guessing now is that they've either encountered or seen Thumb and are using him as an anchor to strengthen their tie.
How's about, okay. Well, there might be something in the market that can help with that. There's all sorts here, genuinely. There's so much. There might be something that can help. I might be able to craft something that could help. Maybe,
Well, if you'd like to have a look at the amulet I have, that could help.
You have an amulet? It
Yes.
doesn't scream at you, does it?
No, this one is purely silent.
Oh, nice.
And she shows this amulet. It's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
Have I heard of those before?
You've heard of items that are able to hide you from magical sensors. Non-detection is something that has been used to protect people when they're in dangerous situations within the city before, but it isn't very commonly used. It is just something that you've heard about in passing as your understanding of magic.
Okay. Not a deep known knowledge, but we could try the library. That might tell us where we can go. I may know somewhere in the market, possibly, that'll have something. If anything, Heliodor kind of looks to Estella. Might be able to ask you, Laz, for some help. Perhaps asking to go into his shop and have a peruse.
Also, Estella, maybe it's best if we don't bring Thumb with us in this one. If you could tell him just to wait in a room and stand still. For now.
That's a bit difficult, but okay.
If you tell him to do something, he will do it. He is
I know,
golem.
but he's gonna be alone.
Yeah, he's gonna be lonely.
It's difficult for Estella, not for...
Not for
Sarah.
Thumb, the golem.
Drusera, I know that you probably wear it for a reason, but is it possible that you can give it to Thumb?
Ooh.
I mean, I do have a spell that could help as well.
Mm-hmm.
Drusera has a non-detection spell as well.
How long does that last?
It lasts for 8 hours. I've just checked.
Shit! Cast it, cast it, cast it,
I
cast
didn't realise you took non-detection, you sneaky bastard.
Yeah, so when Thumb comes back, I'm going to cast non-detection on him.
It takes a good 10 minutes, but he comes back with this little kind of wooden cup, and he plops it down in front of you.
Where did you get that?
He just looks at Heliodor. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say where he got it. He just looks at you.
You cheeky
thank you
bastard, I
so
love you.
Thank you so much, Thumb. May I just cast a spell on you?
He kind of
See what
plops and
happens.
sits down and looks at you.
I then am going to cast a non-detection on Thumb.
You draw out the spell in the air, and the circle kind of lights up around his cap, and there seems to be almost like a blue strip around the rim of his little mushroom cap, and he just kind of looks at you.
Oh, he's got like a little blue ribbon now. That's adorable.
Is the drawing spell done?
The spell dissipates.
Hell yes. Did it go? Is it gone?
It's gone.
Brilliant. And now I have an idea for what we should get Thumb at the market. A wee little mushroom woolen hat. Just to go over the cap. Just like I feel like a pretty little like light blue bobble wool hat. Just seeing the blue strip is just, I think it'd be perfect.
Thumb is gonna offer both Heliodor and Karika berry.
Oh, thank you. I will eat the berry and heal 1 of my 3 points of damage.
Yes.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the option whether you want to continue this session and go shopping, or whether you'd like to do that next session.
Shall we do it next session? Because I want to take my sweet time.
Yeah, and it's a
also
good
want to
idea
take
if we,
sweet
because
time.
it gives us especially.
It gives you a lot of time to think about it if you have more time next session.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I have been looking at items throughout this session to kind of get a bit of a gauge on something. And I did find something, but I was like, not sure.
Well, run it past me a bit later,
Yeah.
and we'll see what I can make available. I do have a list of things that are available to you. But if there's something that
Including-
you, as the players, want specifically that is feasible, I will add it. Just let me know.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
Okay, with that, we're gonna end the session.
Woo!
That got a lot more intense than I was expecting it to. This session.
Yeah, I got fucking dark.
Well, hey, you now know what the key does.
Ugh.
And I'll
I'm
let
not
you
sure I wanted to
speculate
know.
with that.
Ugh.
I am Igor, Master of Key.
Look,
and
that was
we
a Halloween
should
when
be
I had
back
the
next session, same time next week.
That was grim.
But yeah,
I have
I
so
loved
many
it.
fucking notes here. Jesus Christ.
well done on the skill challenge. We will be back again next week. It'll mostly be, from what I can glean, a shopping episode next week, which will be fun. Get some tasty magic items. we'll see you all then. Thank you for coming. It was a pleasure.
Thank
you.
Thank you for coming.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.